The Premier League's back. Come on! What's going on, guys? It's me, Calvin, from LFC Pro Fans, back with another video for you guys today. Now, I want to talk about a few topics in this video. Obviously, the Premier League is back. How awesome is that? But I'm going to talk about some of my score predictions that I made in my last video compared with the actual results today. So let's get straight into it. So let's kick off this video with Hull v Leicester. That was the first prediction I made in my last video for the new season. Obviously, it was the first game to kick off the new season, and it was newly promoted Hull against the current, the Premier League champions from last season, reigning champions, Leicester. I'm seriously surprised with this result. Hull won 2-1. I'm shocked. I mean, well done to Hull. What a result. What a start for you guys. I mean, wow. I'm seriously surprised with that. I mean, on paper, I mean, I would have, I predicted a 2-0 win for Leicester. But Mahrez scored, I think it was a penalty. Yeah, it was a penalty. I've just seen some of the goals now on Instagram, people post, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm surprised about that. But I mean, respect to Hull for getting that. But that's, if they can lose Leicester that, I'm worried for Leicester this season now. I'm actually worried for them. It just shows losing Kante is such a big blow to them in that midfield. He was that big strong guy in midfield, and that is a big blow for them. And they need to, I don't know if they'll replace him. They need to find somebody like him, because that is such a big blow. I don't know what else to say, but my prediction did not match that, obviously. Next up, we've got Burnley v Swansea. I predicted 2-0 Burnley in my last video. It was 1-0 Swansea, the final score this afternoon. I thought the Burnley have tried. I mean, Burnley did try. I found out the stats, but I'm surprised that the new, not new guy, but I mean, Andrew Gray, top player for Burnley. I keep praising him. He's a fantastic lad. Still praise, I think he's going to do well this season in the Premier League for Burnley. I'm surprised, with the losses that Swansea, that's a fantastic clean sheet that for Swansea, you know what I mean? After losing their captain, obviously one of the best players, arguably the best player, Ashley Williams, going to Everton just recently. But they won, and they lost other players as well. Transfer window, Gomez, other players, But I mean, it was I can't say his name. Is it Fer from Leroy Fer from used to play for previous clubs like Norwich and QPR, and he scored the only goal of the game, and Swansea came away with from Turf Moor with 3 points. Not a score I would have predicted. To be honest, I wouldn't have predicted Swansea to win. Probably get a draw, but to get a win and a clean sheet, that is something. Next up, we got Crystal Palace v West Brom. I predicted, two possible results because I couldn't decide which one. So I said 2-0 or 2-1 to Crystal Palace. West Brom won 1-0 in today's game at Selhurst Park, which I'm quite surprised about. I thought Crystal Palace would put a bit more fight. Obviously, I thought they'd score. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that West Brom came away with all 3 points. I'm surprised with a lot of the results for today. Some that I'm going to talk about. Obviously, the ones that I'm surprised about. But maybe that's because, some of these games are like this, and maybe some teams didn't perform well. Is it because obviously we've had a hell of a lot of friendlies? We see on TV that they've had those friendlies, and obviously we've had the Euros as well. They're obviously tired and stuff, so I'm just saying that as well. But yeah, I didn't predict. It was Rondon who scored for West Brom, and they came away with 3 points. So I'm surprised about that, but well done for West Brom for that. The next game, we've got Everton v Spurs. That game finished 1-1. I thought it'd be a close game but I predicted 2-1 Spurs. I thought Spurs would just edge it. Ulster was close, just by, I missed out on a goal, you know what I mean? I just, one goal too many. But the scores for that were Ross Barkley for Everton and Lamela. Now, he did well in pre-season for Spurs. I had him in my fantasy team. I just want to tell you guys this. I had him in my fantasy team. And, when you, as it gets edges close, you're like, oh, you want to get the perfect team. I didn't do particularly well, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know how you guys did, but I'll tell you something. I had him in my team, then I took him out, and then I put him back in again, I took him out, and then I just left him out. But and then he scores, doesn't he? And I had Redmond as well, but on the bench for Southampton, and he scored today, didn't he? I'll get to that prediction in a minute, but I tell you, this is what fantasy football. This is football for you. This is football. It's crazy. It's unpredictable. I don't know. But as I was saying, let's get back to the game. I predicted 2-1. That was 1-1. Close game. I'd say it's the right result for that. 1-1. So yeah, Middlesbrough v Stoke. Newly promoted Middlesbrough playing Stoke at the Riverside Stadium. And that game finished 1-1. I predicted, two results, as I said to you in my last video. I thought Middlesbrough would either be Middlesbrough to win 1-0 or Stoke to win 2-1. The game finished 1-1. It was a close game. I'd say that's the right result as well, 1-1. I hope Middlesbrough do well. I like Middlesbrough. I really do. And that was the first ever game I went to as a Liverpool fan. As I'll say again to you guys. When was it? 2007. We played. I was about 12 or 13 years old. Sat in the centenary end stand near to the pitch with my auntie and uncle as a birthday present. And I went to see Liverpool play Borough, and we won 2-1. And it was a good game. And I think Middlesbrough had Mido then, the striker. Mido, you remember him, Borough fans, if you're watching, or Liverpool fans. I think he scored. We won 2-1 in the end. And it was fantastic. He just being there at Anfield's absolutely fantastic. But that was the first ever, Liverpool game, that Liverpool first team, you know what I mean? Absolutely fantastic. One to remember. So yeah. One more thing. Negredo did score in that game. I did have him in my fantasy team, but then I took him out. But I just want to say, as I did say, I thought Negredo would be a fantastic player for you, be a really good player for you guys this season, Borough fans. He scored on his Premier League debut, on his Middlesbrough Premier League debut, and absolutely fantastic. I think he'll carry on the job and he'll do the same at Sunderland. I think that'd be a good game. It's still a North East derby, and it's obviously it's going to be on TV, isn't it, on Sunday, and that's going to be a fantastic game to watch. Sunderland v Middlesbrough, something different to Sunderland v Newcastle. Something fresh, something new. That is going to be, I feel that's going to be an exciting game to watch at the Stadium Light next week. Southampton v Watford. Now that game finished 1-1. Watford were leading, and then Southampton scored, and then red card for Watford. I predicted a 2-1 win for Southampton. Again, one goal over, you know what I mean? And it's not looking good for me with the predictions. I'm sure you guys didn't predict some of, especially the Leicester Hull one. But yeah, Redmond scores in that game on his Premier League Southampton debut for Southampton today. Who scored for the Arc? I don't care. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, that game finished 1-1. I predicted 2-1 for Southampton. So yeah, last game I predicted was Manchester City v Sunderland. Now I'm very shocked with this game because I predicted 3 or 4-0 to City. And City just managed to win 2-1 thanks to an own goal from, thanking Sunderland. Thanks to Sunderland for giving an own goal. Thank you, Sunderland. It's sarcastic. But I mean, you know what I think of City. But anyway, I can't believe that game. It was a penalty by Aguero, just one goal. I mean, I know he probably is tired, and he's been rumoured to be not match fit. He's been eating pizzas, and Pep Guardiola's been saying like cut out the pizzas, and there's been rumours he's gained weight. There's been pictures of him fat, something like that. But I don't know. I don't know if he's the same Aguero as we've seen last time, but he's not been the same, you know. But it was Paddy McNair own goal by Sunderland to give City the win in the last few minutes of the 90. Going up to the 90 minute, you know what I mean? They're lucky. They're lucky because they didn't show that they deserved to win that match, City, in my opinion. But I think Stoke could give them a good game, you know, next week at the Britannia. I think Stoke could win. And hope they do. But I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited about this whole season. I'm looking for, you know, to start. I know it's not been the biggest, but I mean, a shock, you know, Hull beating Leicester is fantastic. You know what I mean? Seeing that. I love seeing shocks and stuff. I mean, Leicester won't be the same team this season, in my opinion. In everyone's opinion. I'm sure a lot of people's, not everyone's, but a lot of people's. Just another thing as well, I'm going to predict, as I've promised, tomorrow's games, which is Bournemouth against Man United. Boo. And Arsenal v Liverpool. Come on. I'll leave the best till last. Bournemouth v Man United. My heart hopes United lose. Really has a really crap start. But to be honest with you, I hate to say it, you got to be realistic as a football fan. I think they'll just scrape it 2-1 Man United. I think they will. I'd hope for a lot, but I hope for them for a draw 1-1. I think it'll be 1-1 or 2-1 Man United. I think Bournemouth will give them a good game. I think they look a bit more attacking this time. Wilson is going to be fit. You know what I mean? Callum Wilson, speedy guy. Looking forward to hopefully he doesn't get injured again for quite a few months. You know what I mean? Shame, you know what I mean? I was looking forward to seeing him last season. Saw the last game or so, but I mean, I think his last game was against Man United League. You know what I mean? Last game of season, something like that, or 2 games. But yeah, I think it could the egos of, you know, the personalities of Mourinho and Ibrahimovic and the big money of Pogba. Oh, Pogba's not playing, I forgot to say. So Pog back to Pog ban. Just a bit of banter. Have you heard about that? Pog back, hashtag Pog banned, because he's banned for the first game. So he's not going to be there. So I think it could be 1-1 or 2-1 Man United. Now on to, obviously, the mighty Liverpool against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Come on, Liverpool. You know, obviously, not too worried. I'm a bit nervous. It's tough. I gotta be honest. I'm not that confident. We've got no Karius for about 2 months. We've got Mignolet. Ozil's expected back, I heard, which is annoying. But they still haven't got a decent strike, in my opinion. Giroud, and we know well, but I don't know if Welbeck's injured. He's always injured, isn't he? But I mean, Giroud, I don't rate him. I don't rate Giroud. Welbeck, he's just injured all the time. But I mean, my heart hopes a 2-1 win for Liverpool, but my head thinks you know, my head is hoping for a 1-1. I'd be happy with a draw. I know it's tough, but I'd be happy with a draw. So those are my predictions for tomorrow, guys. My previous predictions, which I didn't do too well on. But the last topic I want to talk to you guys about, as you probably seen in the title, is Gary Lineker, ex-footballer, Match of the Day host, as you guys know. If you guys didn't know, he tweeted out, he's a Leicester fan, big Leicester fan. He was over the moon when Leicester, you know, big respect for Leicester, what they did, fantastic, first time ever, you know what I mean? He tweeted out halfway through the season, last season at December time, if Leicester win the Premier League, because I think they were top at that point, still top. If they win, he tweeted out, he would appear on the first match of day of this season, so it's tonight, in his underwear. injustice underway. So will Gary Lineker keep his promise tonight? Starts soon, match of the day, so we shall see. Tune into match of the day tonight. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, please give this video a like, please share, leave your comments down below, and I should see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.